Hey everyone, have you ever wondered what you'd do if someone threatened you or broke into your home? What if I told you there are new developments in Canada's self-defense law from 2025 that could totally change how you protect yourself and your family? Stick around, because today we're diving into these changes that make it easier for everyday Canadians to stay safe without getting in trouble with the law. Welcome back to Criminal Law Canada, your go-to spot for simple, straight-up info on Canadian laws that matter to you. I'm here to break it all down at a level anyone can get. No fancy lawyer talk needed. Today we're talking about self-defense updates from 2025. These aren't just boring court stuff, they're real changes that could affect you if you're ever in a scary spot. Let's start with the basics so we're all on the same page. In Canada, self-defense is covered under Section 34 of the Criminal Code. Basically, if you reasonably believe someone is using force or threatening to hurt you or someone else, you can fight back, but you must prove your response was legally reasonable. That means not going overboard. Courts look at things like how bad the threat was, if you had options like running away, who started it, your size and weight, or if weapons were involved. The big idea? You don't have to be perfect, you just have to act like a normal person would in that mess. But you do have to do the proving. Now 2025 brought some key wins in criminal courtrooms. Let's talk about them and why they matter. First up, a case from Ontario. RV Sells. Picture this, a guy is at a memorial. He's looking after a frail, older woman who's acting out because she's drunk and on drugs. A group of people start attacking her, punching her in the head. Sells jumps in and pulls her away, but an angry mob of like 7 people turns on him, punching him and trying to bust into the apartment. Scared for his life, he grabs a knife, warns them to back off, and ends up stabbing 3 guys. 1 dies. At trial, he's convicted of murder and assault, but in 2025, the Ontario Court of Appeal said, "Hold up." They threw out the convictions and ordered a new trial because the judge didn't explain self-defense right to the jury. The key point? When you're facing a whole group acting like a threat, courts have to look at the big picture, the whole scary situation, not just one punch or one person. Next, over in BC, there's the Edgar case. A man named Michael Edgar got into a fight with his brother, Matthew. Matthew wouldn't leave Michael's house when asked. Things got heated, and Michael accidentally killed him with a knife while trying to kick him out. The jury acquitted him of manslaughter, and the judge said self-defense totally applies here. If you tell someone to leave your residence, they become a trespasser. You can use reasonable force to get them out, just like bouncing a rowdy person from a bar. This clarifies that self-defense isn't just for total strangers breaking in. In addition to good decisions from judges, Alberta's government stepped up in November 2025 with a new guide for prosecutors. It's called the Self-Defense Practice Protocol, and it basically says that if someone breaks into your home and you use reasonable force to protect yourself or your family, Crown attorneys shouldn't prosecute. You have no duty to run away in your own house, and prosecutors have to consider stuff like if you're in a remote area, far from help from police. The goal? Protect the sanctity of your home. This means fewer charges for people acting in real fear, making the system fairer for victims, not intruders. And don't forget the political buzz. In August 2025, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre pushed for changes to the criminal code. He wants to add a rule that assumes your force is reasonable if it's against someone who illegally enters your home and threatens you. Think Castle Doctrine vibes, like in the US. So, what does all this mean for you in 2026? Courts and governments are starting to protect people who defend themselves. If you like this, hit that like button, subscribe for more law breakdowns, and drop a comment. What's your take on these changes? See you next time.